back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So you're back with the big dog. The big dog B. Boyle has been fucking sifting through the fallout shelter or bomb site that is his life and personality and trying to figure some things out. So years ago, I got this fucking Jordan Peterson self-authoring program where you write down the shit you want to do in the future. It's kind of like, it's a pretty intense goal setting type thing, but there's two other things that I didn't do previously. So there's a present me section. And the first part of it is your faults. Present me faults. Is there any? Like, let's be honest. Are there any faults? Turns out there's a few. Turns out they put a limit of 10 per section, and every single section I had to reduce it by about 6. So they divided into sections. So they list a whole bunch of faults under each personality trait. So extroversion, introversion, they list a bunch. Openness, traditionalism, they list a bunch. Conscientiousness and carelessness, they list a bunch. Emotional stability, low stress tolerance, they list. And agreeableness and assertiveness. Now, I went through, they said be very liberal with the things you choose at the start because they refine it in the next step. Well, that's kind of what they said. So under extroversion and introversion, I'll just list them. Fucking who gives a shit what it's under. So these are the things that I thought were my own faults. Could be a better listener. 110. All of these are 110, by the way. Some of them might be 99, but most of them are 110. Talk about myself a lot. Outside this podcast, honestly, I don't even speak, but this podcast covers that. Outside this podcast, I just want to stand in a corner with my head pressed in the triangle of the corner and just stare straight ahead with my head just jammed in there. That's how I feel. Often feel uncomfortable around others. Tick. Lose opportunities because I'm too isolated. Yeah. Don't laugh much or have fun. Oh, does laughing at my own bullshit count? Tick. Bottle up my feelings. Feel drained by social interactions. Am not very enthusiastic. Have a difficult time starting conversations. Well, that's technically true. If it's like small talk, I have a hard time. But if it's like, have you ever like thought about killing yourself? Like if it's deep, if it's something intense, I'm all for it. Have a social circle that is too small. Some might say it's too small or not small enough. Openness, traditionalism. Okay. This is pursued. This openness and traditionalism seems to be, and conscientiousness seems to be my problem. That's my big problem. The other stuff, who gives a shit? So here it's pursued too many activities at the same time. If I listed all the things that I'm trying to do at the moment, I'm learning Spanish. Did I tell you that? I'm also trying to nail the American accent. And I think I'm getting just a little bit better. Not much better, but a little bit better. So that's definitely there. I'm interested in so many things that I don't know what to focus on. Am sometimes attracted by ideas that are radical but have not been thought through. That's almost my brand. Sometimes see meaning in things that probably aren't there. I don't know why I said aren't. It says isn't there. Yes. Can become possessed by an idea. Yes. Daydream too much, of course. See connections between things too easily. Yep. Have done crazy things just because I was curious about what might happen. So all of those are like core problems for me. Then also do things in a halfway manner. 110. That's probably the only thing I do 110. Find it difficult to get down to work. I also do that at 110. Leave my belongings around, surf the web or watch TV or waste time in other ways, even if I have a project due. Another thing I do 110. And without real ambition, that's a problem. Frequently make excuses. I don't do that so much, actually. And if I do, I know I'm lying to myself anyway. Often procrastinate, almost exclusively procrastinate. Waste my time constantly. Feel unmotivated to complete my work. Have few clearly defined goals. That's a big issue. Am sometimes not afraid of things I should be afraid of. Might have done fewer stupid things if I felt shame more often. I think that's a problem. Things that should bother me don't seem to. Sometimes think if I was more worried about things, I might do better in life. Can do careless or inappropriate things without seeming to experience guilt. Don't worry about things that should bother me. Am frequently irritable and angry. Grumble and complain about things. Let my fears stop me from doing things I want to do. Would probably help me if I was more competitive. I have a hot temper. Can be indifferent to the feelings of others. Will charm people to get my way. Can be detached and cold when others are hurt and upset. Am willing to manipulate others for personal gain. Insult people, can be aggressive and domineering, and could be better at cooperating. So with those few little minor personality flaws, just those tiny little, a couple of things to work on there. Just a couple of little minor personality flaws. And I had to write about 16 of those. They wanted you to refine it down to just the core 10, and I couldn't get it down lower than 16. So I had to write for 10 minutes on 16 of those. And when I came out the other end, it was actually a very helpful fucking activity. So one of the main things I gleaned from this self-analysis is, despite doing a lot of things, I have no real purpose in life. I have no real driving force. I've never sat down and honestly thought what I truly, truly want. Therefore, I have no real goals. I haven't set any real goals, because why would you set goals if you have no purpose? And one of the things behaviorally that I do that is probably the most problematic is I always choose comfort over like time efficiency. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'll just chill and I'll get to it later. I'm chilling now. I'll get to it later. And then the next thing you know, you're completely fucked. So that's a major thing, actually. And all of it revolves around some sort of fear. But you can't overcome your fear if you don't have a purpose. Like, you just like, why do I need to do anything? I don't give a shit. When shit gets hard, unless you have a purpose or you have a goal or a path to war, you're just going to shirk. You're going to shirk all the time. So first you need a purpose, then you need to set goals, and then you need to walk the path. And to walk the path, you need to prioritize your time over comfort, hard work over comfort. You need to overcome your fears to walk the path, to get to your goals, to head towards your purpose. It all makes sense. The problem is finding a fucking purpose that can drive you hard enough to get out of the malaise of life. So that's the next step in this fucking self-authoring program that Jordan Peterson concocted. It's actually great. He did have some good ideas before he went full fucking rogue, and this was one of them, because you can't hide from yourself here. You have to face yourself. And the more honest you are about it, the more you can be like, all right, I can make some changes here because it's gross. I can definitely turn the gross down a little bit, can't I? Yeah? You think you can turn the gross down a little bit, Boyle? Just turn it down a notch? Notch down the gross? So, one of the other things is, one of the things that I need to do is just fucking decide. So mainly what I need to do in the next step is I need to decide what my purpose is. I know what I want. The most is just cave in the Himalayas, head towards enlightenment. But the reality that I have to face is I'm not going to leave my wife and kids to go to a cave. I don't have that sort of courage. So I need to back it off a little bit. I need to back it off from Buddha and come back to the world and decide what my actual worldly purpose is, which is going to be hard because in the back of my head, I'm just like, fucking, just go for enlightenment, Boyle. Just do it. Ditch everything. Get in the corner of your bedroom and just jam your forehead in the triangle. Anyway, that will be fucking tomorrow. I'm looking forward to finding out what my purpose is. Maybe it'll be something surprising like horse riding or something. I don't know. Who knows what will come up. Anyway, fucking that'll do it for today and I'll see you the fuck later.